Let us see the examples of sensors. So this sensor question is very important for 5 to 6 marks as well as 2 marks. It will be asked in the form of a question like what is a sensor? List the different types of sensors for 2 marks. As for the 6 marks, what is a question may be asked in the form of what is the sensor and explain the different kinds of sensors. Let us see the examples of sensors. So first one is the temperature. So a component called thermistors shows large changes in resistance within a narrow environment temperature range. If you are using the sensor technology, a component called thermistors are using. This shows the large changes in resistance with narrow environment temperature range. So thermistor will show large changes which is connected to the resistance, which is ranged in the temperature range of 120 degrees Celsius to 90 degrees Celsius. An NTC thermistor shows negative temperature coefficient, which means a drop in the resistance value with rise in temperature. Also, we are using NTC thermistors which shows a negative temperature coefficient. So then what do you mean by negative temperature coefficient? Means a drop in resistance value with rise in temperature. A drop in resistance value. If a resistance value dropped when it rises in temperature rises, resistance will be dropped. Thermistor finds application in home automation or in sensing the cloud. So these are thermistor finds an application of home automations. So whatever the devices we are using in a home or in a sensing the clouds, so it may be stored in the sensors, sensing cloud devices. The output of the thermistor connect to the circuit of a signal conditioning amplifiers. The output of a thermistor is connected to the circuits which is consisting of signal conditioning amplifiers, SC, ADC, analog to digital converter, and then to the microcontroller serial port. A temperature sensor is called PTC. PTC stands for positive temperature coefficient. A temperature is called PTC when it exhibits positive temperature coefficient. If it only gives the positive values, then it is called as positive temperature coefficient. Resistance value of a PTC resistor rises with rise in temperature. So the resistance value in the PTC resistor will rises when the temperature rises. A thin wire of platinum or other metallic alloys shows linear changes with its temperature. So here a thin wire of platinum or other metallic alloys shows the linear changes within its temperature. If the temperature is rising or decreasing, the variation in the temperature is shown by the usage of these components. Those components are thin wire of platinum or other metallic alloys. These can be used for sensing temperature and measuring the values over very wide ranges of temperatures. By using these thin wires of platinum or other metallic alloys, we can sense the temperature and measures the value over very wide ranges of temperature, says 0 to 6 coefficient or 0 degree Celsius.